Hey everyone, Christian here. Hope y'all are having a good day. If you haven't been keeping up with my videos, we recently purchased a storage unit at auction and found a huge collection of video games inside of it. Now if you haven't been keeping up with my videos, you need to go back and see the other ones because there's much more games than what I have just here. But today, it's all about Nintendo. I know how much y'all love Nintendo, and on here on this table, we have a great collection of Nintendo games. Not only are we going to cover everything that's here, I'm going to give you some of my thoughts, some of my ideas, how to sell it, what it's worth. Should we go on Facebook? Should we go on Craigslist? There's so many things to discuss, so I want to just jump right into it. Now let's start by going with the Pokemon games here. Now in this corner, we got 3 games of Pokemon, and these games are really special. We got Pokemon Sapphire, Pokemon Fire Red, and Pokemon Emerald version. Now I've tested these games and they all work. So that's a great news. The last time I checked on eBay, someone sold them for $280 just for these 3 games. Now if you go on eBay, of course, you're going to have to pay 13% fees. But at $280, that's a great price to sell just 3 games. One of the things that we have to understand about the market though, is that it's always changing. Just because one person sold them for $280 doesn't mean that I'm going to be able to sell them for $280. Maybe when I put them on eBay, they're only going to give me $100, and that's the best offer. Maybe they'll give me more than $280. Maybe they'll give me $300. You know, with things like this, you never know. The market is always moving. Prices one day change to the next. The market's always fluctuating. Those are 3 great games, and there's still much more to go in this collection. So I'm going to be working my way from this side of the table to the next. And when you see this collection, there's things that are less value than others. But one of the things that you have to take into consideration as well is that everything counts. Nothing is free nowadays, as we all know. When you go out and buy a phone, I mean, they're not even selling you the charging cable. I mean, you need to go out and buy everything now, piece by piece, individually. So over here in the corner, I've got a bunch of little plastic cases, and you know, maybe to the average person, they don't seem like much, but everything counts, and you have to remember that. These little plastic cases, you know, maybe they're only $1 each, but they all add to the collection. So we got plastic cases, we got plastic cases, we got plastic steering wheels here. We got rubber covers. These are the ones that protect your Wii remote. We got more plastic cases for the Game Boy Advance. Like I said, you know, maybe not a whole lot of value, but each and every single piece counts when you're putting a collection of video games together. Now as we keep moving, over here in this corner, I have the Nintendo DS. We have a problem with this DS though. The top screen is damaged. The good thing though is that the bottom screen still works. I have a bunch of Game Boy Advance games here, and I was very lucky because the bottom screen works. And when you put in a Game Boy Advance game into this, it will play the Game Boy Advance game. So once again, very lucky. But using this, I was able to test every Game Boy Advance game and everything worked. If we look at the Game Boy Advance games, nothing too special here, but it's the quantity. In this case, it's the quantity that counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 3 more, including those Pokemon games. That's 22 video games. And maybe, you know, the serious collector is only going to want the Pokemon games, but it doesn't have to be just a serious collector that's looking for video games. It could be, you know, just a kid that wants to just have some fun. A little 5-year-old, 10-year-old kid. You got a whole bunch of games, and this will keep a kid entertained for days, an entire summer, because there's just so much in this lot. Now, there's so many ways to do it. Like I said, we can try to sell the DS by itself. We can do 2 games with it. We can do 10 games with it. We can do the Pokemon games with it. You know, it is damaged, but it's okay, like I said, because it does play all of the Game Boy Advance games. Right here, we have a very little special piece of equipment. It's the Nintendo DS Action Replay. And with this piece here, you don't see it too often. I tested it. It is working, but it does not have the cable and the CD that goes with it. That's okay. It can still be sold. In my mind, in my opinion, this is a $30 piece of equipment here. Right here in this corner, we have the Wii U system. We don't have any games that are on disc for it, but when you connect it and you get it going, you see that there's 22 games inside of the system. That's a whole lot of games, and that's a whole lot of value to be adding to the system. Great condition and a great find. Here on top of my Wii, we have these little toys. We got a Mario 30th anniversary, and we got a Mario in a, I think it's a Goomba suit. So these little toys, not a whole lot of value, but a cool little piece to add into the collection. Remember, everything counts. Over here, some more of them. This isn't too exciting, but everything counts. We got chargers that go with the DS. Along with the Wii console, we got the Wii touchpad, and you need both of them to really play it. If you only have one, not much you can do with it. We got the Wii holder for it, and this goes on here and it'll hold your gamepad for you. We got another connection here, that's the charger, so you can hook it up here and you can be charging it at the same time as you're playing it. Let me set this back down. Hidden behind this, we got some connections, and as boring as it may seem, you have to take this into consideration as well. This is a heavy-duty extension cord. This isn't something that's cheap. This isn't something that comes with the game. I mean, this is a nice piece of equipment. This extension cable is heavy-duty, and you know, when you're buying it brand new, this is probably like $20 or $30. Now, this one isn't brand new, but new, you know, it is something that you will have to pay for. Behind my Wii U console, we got the Super Nintendo. As previously discussed, it's not working, but it still can be sold. Everything Nintendo is valuable. Don't ever think that, oh, I need to throw it away because it's not working. You don't throw things away because somebody else might know something that you don't. Somebody else might know how to fix it. Maybe it's just a simple problem. You know, I'm not an expert when it comes to these things. I'm always trying to learn, but there are people that do know more than me. So I did what I could. I wasn't able to make it to work, but maybe somebody else does know how to make it work. So it's not working, but we don't need to throw it away. It can still be sold. Right next to the Super NES, we got the Wii. This is the original that plays the GameCube games. I hooked it up. Everything is working. It's a nice little piece of gaming equipment, only adding more and more to the value. Over here, we got my little friend Meowth. He's a cool little stuffed animal plush toy. Check him out. You know, little things like this that make your collection a bit unique. It separates it from everyone else. And I know Pokemon lovers would love to have this little plush as part of their collection. Over here underneath Meowth, we got more connections, more cables. Every system is complete and has what it needs to keep it going, to keep it playing. As I set this down, on the front, we got controllers of all different types of colors. Everything works, buttons are good, controllers are in good condition, nice, maybe a little bit dirty. This one here is brand new, and it's very nice. It's got a pink color to it. You know, not everyone is going to want to play on the pink controller, but that doesn't take away from the fact that it's still very nice. Another unique control that I have here, in my opinion, the best out of all of them, is this afterglow control. Now this is really nice, and I honestly hadn't seen something like it before. This control, along with these pieces that all go together, they're really cool because when you put in the batteries, you have the option to glow. These controllers have lights in them, and you can turn them on and off, and it's just a really cool feature that separates it from all the other controls. These controls glow. They're see-through. You can see all the mechanical parts inside of them, and they're just really, really cool, like I said. As we keep going, we also have another gem here. We have the Game Boy Color Pikachu. I've discussed this in my last video already. It's really cool. It's the Pikachu edition. I looked it up on eBay. There was a working one that sold for $125. $125 just for one Game Boy Color. But we do have a problem with this because it's not working. The batteries were left inside, and you know when things are left inside a very hot storage unit, they tend to fall apart, go bad, get damaged, and that's exactly what happened here, unfortunately. The batteries leaked into the Game Boy and just ruined everything. I'm sad, but this is the business that I'm in, and you know, unfortunately, everything can't be perfect, but we have an amazing collection. So, you know, you got to take the wins, you got to take your losses. This is a small loss, but it can still be sold, even as just a wall piece, because it's Pokemon, and Pokemon is extremely hot right now. Over here, we got a few 3DS games, nothing too special, but we do have the 3DS that goes with it, and this right here is very nice. It's in good condition. I wiped it down, I tested it, I played it, everything's working. I was never really a fan of this, honestly, because when I turned on the 3D system, it just, it gave me such a bad headache. I never wanted to do it again. The 3D just, I don't know, it just really hurt my eyes and it gave me a bad headache. But this thing is still quite valuable, and we got the games to go for it. Not only the 3DS games, we got the DS games as well. Moving on, we got the Super Nintendo games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out of all of them, I thought Mario Kart Super Circuit was the best. Over here, we have 2 Nintendo DS games, and these 2 games are very, very special. We got Pokemon, and we got Monster Rancher. I'm going to set Pokemon aside, and we're going to talk about Monster Rancher first real quick, because as you can see, this has got a price tag of $20. Now, I looked it up on eBay, and this game is surprisingly selling for $70. Honestly, I've never even heard of this game. And you know, it has a price tag of $20. Why is it selling for $70 right now? There could be so many factors. You know, I would just be guessing. But with things like these, you can never predict the market. It's hard. You don't know what's going to go up in value. You don't know what's going to go down in value. These things are very, very hard to predict. At some point, GameStop was selling this for $20. And look now, the value has increased dramatically. $70 on eBay. It's crazy. Right next to it, we have another special game. This is Pokemon Pearl. And this game here is another $50 or $60 game. It's great. It's got everything in it. It's got the cartridge. It's got all the paperwork. Just a great find right here. Over here, we have the box that goes with the 3DS. And inside, we have all the paperwork, the chargers, the connections. Great little box. It's not the same color as the DS, but that's okay because it doesn't have to be. Just having the box and the 3DS itself is a great piece of a collector's set to add to your collection. We got a whole bunch of 3DS games, DS games here. We got 2 Super Nintendo controllers. One of them is very obviously broken, but that's okay. Don't throw it away. There's people out there that can fix these things. take them apart, use them for decorations, whatever you want to do with them. You don't have to just throw it away. There's value to each and every single one of these things. Over here we have 3DS games. They're nice because they're in the boxes and they're incomplete. Over here we also have another very special stack of games, and they are all Pokemon. Pokemon, Pokemon, Pokemon. These are all $30 games. 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, $150 in Pokemon games. You can sell them together, you can sell them separately, you can sell them by twos, you can sell them by threes, you can sell them with the system, without the system. It's really up to you. You can throw this in as a bonus, you know, Pokemon and a plush extra. There's so many ways you can market yourself, so never be scared to get creative, to try something new. If it doesn't work, you know, we can always try something else. But the thing is to get your product out there for other people to see it. That's the only way you're going to know if someone wants to buy it or not. Over here we got another little bag which I've already covered. Just really cool Nintendo bag, and I believe this is for the DS. Over here we have another Pikachu Nintendo bag, just really cool, and this one holds your Game Boy Color. We got another carrying case over here. We got the cover that covers your Wii U remote. We got books, Super Mario Maker, and that's also included inside the Wii U. We got AR cards for the 3DS. All in all, this is just a great collection of Nintendo games. I look at this, you know, if I want to sell everything together, I'm going to ask $1,000. And yes, that seems like a lot because it is a lot. But like I said, you have to take every single thing into consideration. All the small details, the systems, the games, the little plastic covers, the books, the protectors, the bags, the connections, the controllers, everything you need to take into consideration. I'm gonna post it on Facebook. You know, I honestly got people messaging me. Video games are really popular right now, but we're gonna be asking $1,000 for all of it, and we're gonna see where it's gonna go. You know, these are just my suggestions, my opinions. Maybe I'll only be able to get $300 for it. Maybe somebody will love it so much that they'll pay me $2,000 for it. You can have an idea, but you can never guarantee for sure what's going to happen. I think that about sums it all up for this collection. This is the third video that I've made because it was just such a massive collection. You know, it's been fun talking about video games, but this isn't the only thing that I do. The collection itself took a lot of effort to get everything going, but after this collection is done, I've got so many other things that I want to share with y'all. I just don't do video games. I do antiques, I do electronics, vintage clothing, furniture, shoes, lawn equipment, chairs, whatever you can think of, whatever we find in these storage units, I'm selling. That's the only way to do these things. I don't specialize in just video games. I want to sell anything that I can because that's the way I'm going to make money. I want to say thank you for watching the video. I really appreciate your time. And if you have any comments, any questions, any suggestions, you know, make sure to leave them in the YouTube comment section. And you know, I think that's about it for today. Once again, really appreciate your time. Thanks for watching the video, and hopefully we're gonna get more videos going soon. Thanks again. Take care.